A new crisis has emerged on the horizon, casting a shadow of confusion over a nation and posing alarming concerns in a world already dealing with the residual echoes of a cruel pandemic.
The growing concerns in China.
The respiratory illness is already sweeping China.
Children had pneumonia.
China, a country recognized for its ability to manage outbreaks, is currently in the grip of a mysterious health emergency. But what makes this moment different? What secrets do the Chinese Communist Party keep hidden? Most significantly, may this fresh outbreak herald greater turmoil in a world desperate for stability? Join us as we delve into a confusing story filled with secrets and important issues that must be answered. A new virus arose in China 4 years ago, causing a global upheaval unprecedented in modern history. This virus, which originated in Wuhan, quickly spread across continents, prompting the most thorough quarantine in history. As the virus claimed hundreds of lives and infected thousands, the world watched in horror as it spread to every corner of the globe. In the early days of the outbreak, the Chinese government, led by the Chinese Communist Party, was scolded for its handling of the situation and accused of withholding crucial information regarding the virus's spread. The disease spread quickly, and within months, it brought the entire world to a stop. Countries hurried to respond, but their measures were frequently insufficient and came too late. The death toll climbed into the millions, and billions were affected by the pandemic. Hospitals were overcrowded, with every bed taken and healthcare systems stretched to their breaking point. A similar problem is also happening in China. A new virus is rapidly spreading, causing damage mainly to children. Chinese hospitals are overcrowded, with intensive care units at capacity and communities on the point of lockdown. The daily case count is concerning, and the situation is worse by the minute. Once again, the CCP's approach appears to be more concerned with controlling the narrative than with addressing the situation. The World Health Organization has pushed China to publish more data, including patient test results, but given prior experiences, China's transparency remains suspicious.
The World Health Organization asked China to provide detailed information on an increase in respiratory illnesses.
The purpose of it is to look into the nature of this new virus, the CCP's actions, and possible links to earlier health disasters. It is crucial to support channels that provide unfiltered information, as addressing these topics frequently results in platform restrictions such as YouTube. The current issue is reminiscent of the stormy events a year ago, when popular outrage over the CCP's strict lockdowns erupted into rallies. Citizens tired of the severe measures rushed to the streets, demanding change and even calling on Chinese officials to resign. This public opposition was a major source of concern for the CCP, underscoring the continuous conflicts and difficulty in managing China's public health crisis. Following the seismic COVID-19 breakout, China is embroiled in a story that is both interesting and terribly disturbing. It's a country that has faced significant obstacles, from the historic Tiananmen Square protests in 1989, a landmark moment in its communist history, to the strict lockdowns implemented during the initial pandemic outbreak. Today, however, China faces a new chapter in its continuous saga, a new health crisis. 1 year ago, the Chinese Communist Party decided to relax lockdown restrictions in response to increasing popular instability. The Tiananmen Square protest loomed big in the minds of many, acting as a vivid reminder of the CCP's weakness when confronted by a determined public. This decision, apparently made to ease public unrest, looks to be a double-edged sword, since it may have unintentionally caused the recent increase in cases. As we learn more about China's past, it becomes clear that it is one of strength and adaptation, but it is also one of complex decisions with far-reaching implications. Join us as we unravel the intricate web of events, decisions, and consequences that have led to this fascinating yet terrifying point in China's history. This latest development was revealed in a report on PRED, a medical website used by doctors and specialists around the world to track infectious diseases. This platform was crucial in the early detection of COVID-19, and its new report has sounded the alarm once more. The article discusses an undiagnosed pneumonia outbreak in northern China, notably Beijing and Liaoning. This report's phrasing has an alarming resemblance to the earliest 2019 reports on what was subsequently revealed as COVID-19. It requested further information about this mysterious sickness, recalling the early days of the coronavirus pandemic. The story describes a concerning situation. A pneumonia outbreak primarily affecting youngsters has overloaded hospitals in Beijing and Liaoning. Schools are on the verge of closing due to the disease's rapid spread. The report's precise identification of these two places is very interesting. The situation is reminiscent of the early phases of the COVID-19 pandemic, and medical professionals are justifiably concerned. The summary of the report highlights the seriousness of the outbreak, with healthcare facilities at capacity and a sense of urgency surrounding the need to identify and contain this new threat. As the globe closely monitors the situation, memories of the initial COVID-19 epidemic remain vivid, emphasizing the necessity of transparency and prompt action in the face of such health catastrophes. The reaction to this new issue, as well as its possible consequences for world health, is of great concern and interest. The situation decreases in the ever-deepening tale of this horrific pandemic. It is a story that unfolds with a sense of urgency as we watch a catastrophe that won't go away. The unexpected discovery that the impacted places are nearly 400 miles apart serves as a strong reminder that this is not an isolated incident. It's a spreading web of diseases that already covers a significant distance. The medical community is in a state of shock as the parts of this confusing puzzle come into place. The World Health Organization, which is well known for its involvement in global health, jumped right into the conflict. Their request for additional information from China regarding the facts surrounding these new cases was both expected and required. As the word spread, even the local Chinese media couldn't ignore the escalating problem. Reports surfaced of overburdened hospitals dealing with a strange disease that caused high fevers and lung nodules but lacked the customary cough and other symptoms. What's particularly obscene is that the vast majority of these patients are children, adding to the public's anxiety and fear. Videos posted on Chinese social media showed a bleak picture. Hospital lobbies crammed with patients, emergency room wait times stretching to hours, if not days. These lines are only for emergency cases and do not account for the routine patients intake that hospitals deal with on a daily basis. Posts on Chinese social media platforms such as Weibo reveal the terrible reality on the ground. One post showed a hospital screen informing patients of a 700-person queue with an estimated wait time of 13 hours. Another video purportedly from Tianjin Children's Hospital depicts worried patients and sick children waiting for medical attention. The visuals depicted a healthcare system on the verge of collapsing, eerily similar to the immense challenges encountered in the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic. The situation is terrible, and with each passing day, fears about the outbreak's potential worldwide consequences rise. The world is watching China attentively as it deals with this new health issue, hoping for transparency and effective containment measures to avert a repeat of the disastrous effects seen in the recent past. The crisis in China has reached unprecedented levels. With an average of 13,000 persons seeking medical attention per day, hospitals are dealing with an enormous surge of patients. The Children's Hospital in Beijing is reporting an incredible 7,000 cases each day. However, if previous COVID-19 outbreaks are any indicator, these figures are likely underreported and the true scope of this issue could be considerably greater. What's more upsetting is the possibility of cross-infection among patients, particularly children. Some youngsters who were not initially infected with this undetected pneumonia may have grown vulnerable while spending hours in crowded hospital rooms with infected children. It's a gloomy situation that adds to the issue's complications. Videos and articles revealing the poor condition of hospital facilities have filled Chinese social media networks. CNN even sought to arrange a doctor's appointment at a nearby hospital and was told that patients who had appointments the day before were still waiting. The system appeared to be overrun, eerily similar to the destruction experienced at the height of the COVID-19 outbreak. Among the confusion, one strange video clip emerged: a hospital entrance full of young children undergoing medical treatments while attending online school. The significance of this clip is unknown. Are these children well enough to attend online classes while undergoing treatment, or does this indicate that the crisis will be extended, similar to the COVID-19 pandemic? The solution to this mystery has yet to be discovered. The Chinese Communist Party could no longer keep the situation hidden. Viral recordings encourage parents and residents to question the government's actions, with some simply wondering if they were concealing an epidemic once more. To address the situation, the CCP, notorious for its secrecy, was forced to offer a public briefing. The briefing, however, did not instill confidence in those who were aware with the CCP's proclivities. Officials appeared evasive and unconvincing, leaving many with unanswered questions and concerns. However, the emerging crisis in China serves as a sharp reminder of the challenges and complexities involved in managing a health emergency of this scope, as well as the significance of transparency and effective response systems as the world watches. Chinese officials' explanations during their briefing generated questions and misunderstanding. They attributed the increase in instances to the lashing of lockdown measures over a year ago, While significant evidence suggests that this is the case, it's pretty startling to hear tens of thousands of cases per day being characterized as not unusual by the CCP. Officials understandably want to avoid panic, but downplaying the danger to this extent is disturbing. The fact that Chinese officials are still refusing to reveal the exact data and figures, even after the World Health Organization requested it, adds to the misunderstanding. Regardless of the truth of their claims, hiding data from the public is a risky strategy that undermines confidence. The public is still aware of the exact magnitude of the outbreak, how it compares to typical times, and the nature of this mysterious disease. WHO also encouraged China to make patient lab results public, but as of this writing, this request had gone unfulfilled for more than 2 days and may have extended to 4 days by the time of publication. Another unusual aspect is that WHO typically requests information from countries where unknown diseases are reported, but this request is not always public. However, this time, they made a public request on Wednesday, which hints at the possibility that WHO knew about the situation earlier and requested data privately, but the CCP didn't comply. This theory gains support from the sheer volume of cases reported by hospitals, such as Tianjin's largest hospital with 13,000 cases and Beijing's largest hospital with 7,000 cases per day. Such numbers suggest that this crisis has been ongoing for weeks. Still, the officials' justification for the lockdown has some merit, particularly if this is a typical respiratory ailment caused by a germ or virus. In the winter, respiratory illnesses are more common. Furthermore, because this is China's first winter since the strict lockdowns, a greater percentage of children have had no exposure to some viruses and bacteria, making them immune. Furthermore, the immunity of those who have previously been affected with these diseases may have diminished with time. China's condition remains a mystery, with more questions than answers. The need for transparency, credible data, and efficient controls is crucial as the globe closely monitors developments. In China, an alarming increase in illnesses is sweeping the country, replicating what other countries faced following the lockdown. We can only hope that this pattern continues, and that the Chinese Communist Party releases crucial data and lab findings shortly to calm our fears. Everyone could take a break from pandemics and lockdowns after the traumatic experience with COVID-19. The world is watching with eagerness as we delve further into the core of this unfolding mystery. We are devoted to being your guiding light through the twists and turns that lie ahead in the story. Don't miss the next exciting moment of this fascinating narrative. Join us to stay active, informed, and prepared for whatever mysteries our ever-changing world has in store. Your extreme curiosity is the compass that guides us on this remarkable voyage, and we'll travel the uncharted waters of these uncertain times together, learning the truth one revelation at a time.